Okay, it should be
I'm
now.
sorry?
It should be now.
Right, I'm getting the stream up on my phone. I'm not having this. Are you serious?
Well, Gaffo's just messaged me saying
Oh,
that...
for God's sake.
Oh.
My brilliant commentary and insights is all gone to waste.
I think it's on now.
Right, let's have a listen. Yep, we can just hear us complaining. Okay. Right. Well, that
You
is
just
not
missed
the
out on
news we
16
wanted
minutes
to
of
hear.
commentating brilliance, guys.
Yep. Certain highlights you missed is Gaffo bending the rules for true speed, and as every owner should do.
Yeah, you cut every corner and set
Yeah.
129.3.
Yeah, that lap is not representative at all. I mean, definitely wasn't a brilliant lap that's put him in a very solid P6.
Oh, as Mr. Orbang retires.
Clearly, he is very confident in himself that that pole time by 2 milliseconds, which I'm fairly sure was by 1 millisecond a second ago, that's different. That has just changed.
Now we approach the end of quali here as people should start to be driving out, but there seems to be many yellow flags. I'm not sure why people are slowing down.
I think a McLaren has spun in the middle sector, and the other one was Orabeng. Yep. So the question is, can anyone challenge that pole time of currently 2 milliseconds? It certainly looks like Ryan Curran can. He's only
I
had
think
one
Ryan
lap
Corn
so
will
far.
easily take pole in this race, to be honest with you. I think I'll be a close second from Vankerot, so I think Orbang will be in the top 5, but I don't see him staying in the top 3. Honestly.
So, who will take pole position? Ryan Curran goes round the final corner to start his final flying lap of the session. This will be it. Whether he can take pole from Orabeng, who is confident that his first lap will be it. Will he be able to do it?
Fast down the straight. Breaks the 100 metre board for turn 1. Well taken.
That was very well taken.
Turn 2, very well
Slightly
taken, and he used the right amount of curb on turn 3. Turn 4, you want to widen your line as much as possible over the hill. Use as much of the exit curve as possible. Turn 5 and
Good
turn
lap.
6 here. Turn 7.
80 milliseconds down on his time.
Turn
that he
8.
needs.
Ooh, these are critical corners for Ryan Corran. Over the hill and into turn. Is it turn 9? I think it's 10. Oh, very well taken, turn 9. And a good exit as well onto the important back straight. Down to 5th gear here for the long sustained right hander.
Taken very cleanly.
Flat around there. Want to widen your entry as much as possible into turn 13.
21 milliseconds up. This
He's
could do it.
purple sector. Can he get the first tier 2 pole at Bahrain? Down
Back
50
two
gear,
has
75 metres. Turns 14 and 15, very well taken.
It's going to be close.
Does he set the pole? He does, oh my
does.
god, that's an
Lovely
impressive
lap.
last sector.
It's a great
Only
last
person who can
sector. Right,
challenge now,
Fancaroso
so he's 2 tenths up on his time.
potentially being held up by the Alfa Romeo ahead, or getting a wonderful slipstream. We don't know if he's up or not.
I saw 2 tenths as I switched to him.
Up
It's going to be
down?
close. Up. It's going to be close,
Up.
this. Very close.
This is going to be very close.
Unless he's just
Didn't
messed
look
up
like
this
the
last
best
sector.
corner. Will he do it? Oh, misses out by 18 milliseconds.
It's 19 for me.
Okay, the game is broken.
Magnus is
We don't
down,
even know
he's
what the
out of the
pole
race
time
at all. 28.72.
Can anyone challenge?
Gaffo around
Magnus's
last
pit.
corner on the straight, cannot
Gaffo
challenge for pole, remains 6th.
Cannot improve.
Jackie Cabana on the back straight, no DRS, it's not a lap.
Yeah.
Essence
Cabana's-
Acid,
I don't know what he's
not on a
doing.
lap either. What about Marshy though? Marshy is 3 tenths up, this could put him in a decent
Marshy
starting
is on a
position.
good lap. His current lap being on mediums, so this is not respective. And goes
Starts
P8.
8th for the race. Unless Bandress can do anything about it. No, he's 18 seconds
Anyone
down, I don't
remaining
think he can.
You never know, he could have a brilliant last corner.
Oh yeah. That is the starting grid for the race.
So, Mr. Orabeng, the confidence was not enough, though certainly in a good position to potentially win the race. with only one lap on the soft tyres in that session. It was one lap, wasn't it? I think.
I believe so, maybe 2.
His other laps were certainly on the mediums, I know of that. And that was quite a competitive qualifying session. Gaffo
A very
down in
impressive
6th, so
qualifying session. I'd love to get that in Tier 1, but someone just doesn't allow it to happen.
right.
I don't need to name
Stop being
names here.
salty that you can't beat certain drivers here.
Neither can you, so...
Yeah, but I accept the defeat. Embrace the
I
spin.
accept it, but I'm not gracious in defeat.
I can tell. So, in the end, Orabeng P3 with only one lap on the soft tyre. He will have tyres saved for the race. This could be an interesting one.
Here is your starting grid for the race. Ryan Curran, pole, with 28.72. Very impressive lap. Marginally beats Franco Rosso with 27.73. I was 7.4, but we'll give him 7.3. And Orabeng rounds off the top 3 with 28.9. Bit of a gap there, but a 3-second gap between 17th and 1st. I am not sure what's happened there. Yeah.
Interesting that none of the top 3 drivers have previously won a race.
This could be an interesting one.
From these statistics, which I have only just remembered I had.
Yeah.
So, we get to the formation lap.
In just a few seconds.
Of course, it's not really a formation lap, it's more of a overtaking disqualification mess with a few spins. At least that's what it is for me, but we will see.
Yeah.
Are all the mechanics T-posing for you?
Yeah. They're all like inside each other as well.
What?
I've never seen that before.
Hopefully this is a good omen for the race.
What the hell? Yeah, minor technical issues here.
We'll pretend that does not happen. Right. The strategies have hopefully been decided. If they've not, then they're a bit late now. But the formation lap
Gets underway.
and it looks like he's nearly spun already, but I can't really talk.
Oh,
So far,
Ryan Curran, the
they are
Iceman,
all
just not
alive.
warming up his tyres. Like the new Kimmy.
As we all know, the formation lap is the most exciting part of the race.
Predicted stops, a medium hard or a soft medium.
If
I think
anyone
Jack
goes for the
LFC's on a
soft
2-stop.
medium. Wait, I forgot about tyres. Yes, tyres. So, back to starting on the hards. I believe he has previously won a race. He is the highest starting previous race winner, and he has gone for the alternative strategy here. Clearly banking on a safety car, which we don't know the chances of. We don't know what this grid will be like in terms of who
Race
will crash.
etiquette.
Of course, if I was
Very
there,
impressive
we know
tyre
there'd be a
warning from
safety
Ryan
car.
Curran. It's almost Owen-esque. Of course, he wants to be a true Owen, he needs to spin out and hit a wall.
Right. We've gone over this. If you want warm tyres, the best way is to be a ballerina.
Okay. If you want
Now,
destroyed
it
tyres,
may-
that's also the best way.
Surely this game is not advanced enough to have destroyed tyres.
You get more damage on the formation lap for wheel tyres than you do on any other lap.
That is true. Oh, we've had some
it's
disqualifications.
2 disqualifications. They will
An
start the race
incident
with
at
cold
the back of the
tyres.
grid. That is odd, and I've just noticed that the McLaren driver numbers are turquoise, and that is really annoying me, but that's not relevant. So, back to the race. Who will win?
Oh, it was
Mr.
Ryan Curran's spun. Oh no. And just not rejoin the track safely
yeah,
at all.
Okay. Yep. The formation lap, as per usual.
Oh, as Marshy's been
There's no
disqualified too when he
formation.
starts on hards. Very worrying
Marshy.
for the guy. Oh, there's been 2 more disqualified. Oh, what is happening?
Late in the lap as well. Marshy being one of the only drivers on hards, that could be pivotal for his race. And now we see people driving through ghosted disqualified cars. That's very immersive.
Oh, Franco Rosso misses his parking. I'll let you take the mic for the start.
Right. So, Ryan Curran lines up on first position for his, I think, first ever pole position. I will have to check that. And we have 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. It's lights out, and wait, what? Well, the lights are out for me, but they've not moved. Okay, right, they've gone. Okay,
Brilliant start from the Aston Martin.
Brilliant start.
From Mr.
And he's
Arbeng.
already up to first
it's
place.
a 5-second penalty. There's been crashes, Marshy.
I can't see
tumbles down
anything.
the order. I'm not sure what's going on.
Jackie Cabana's gone off in the background.
What is going on? There's been a crash. Mr. Arbeng's now 15th. 2 Magnus takes the lead. Chaos.
All of the top 3 have gone.
Chaos on the opening lap. This puts Gaffo, my goat, in 3rd.
No bias there. We definitely don't want to keep our seats.
Yeah.
So, back to, despite starting on the hards, is up to 2nd. Marshy seems to
Very
have dropped
impressive
down the order
start,
slightly.
but to be fair, he only got there because of that crash. As Mr. Arbeng looks to line up a move. Can't make it happen, but Marshy can try and make it happen on Fancarozzo. He cannot. There's now... What is going on? Jesus. Arbeng's off. Looking at spin there.
Surely some damage in there somewhere. Arbeng likely
Yellow
frustrated
flags.
after that not ideal shot.
Yellow flags in Sector 2 as a Mercedes going slowly. It's Marshy. Does he have damage? He does not.
It appears to have been a spin.
Bandris around the outside of random kitty cat. Going his turn, 12.
2 Magnus are already with a 1.4
Very impressive
second
move.
lead out front.
And it looks like 2 Magnus has got a runaway race here.
Though back 2 is on the hards, so
yeah,
remains to be seen.
And Jack LFC is on the softs and isn't really catching, which is a bit weird.
Gaffo seems to be putting him under pressure though.
Will any moves be lined up into turn 1? I think I know where one move will be lined up. So down the back in the grid in the midfield.
Sound side by side.
Very impressive fight back in the midfield.
And there's contact at turn 1. Williams has taken out the Haas of Ryan Curran, our pole sitter.
Oh no, what a miserable race he is having.
I think it was me and God 69 has taken out our pole sitter of Ryan Curran. That's not good.
What? Harman and Bandris are racing. Harman looks to line up and move around the outside. Does he do a Max Verstappen? He does not. Keeps it tidy. Moves into P12.
So, already
Pintita.
2 Magnus with a
has someone spun? Harman, I think, has spun. He has. He's on the runoff area. A race to forget for the majority of people.
Arbeng has had a spin.
Pintita down 28 seconds off on 17th. Me and Godlands just easily passes on the back straight. Bit wide from Silk there. Ryan Curran. I don't even know what's going on, to be honest with you. This is really...
Yeah, this is very chaotic.
Yeah. Right, I think Jack LFC might have a move for turn 1 though. That might be interesting.
Yeah.
Be an interesting fight.
Though it is interesting, Jack LFC already on 10% ERS, while back 2 is well over 50. So will he be able to attack here?
He did set the fastest lap though, and he seems to be slightly quicker on the straight.
Yep.
I think he's going to send one down the inside.
He does. He takes the inside. Will he send it? No.
He does not.
Backs out.
Stays behind and backs out, hopefully, to line it up for turn 4. Gaining and gaining and gaining, but he will not be close enough for turn 4.
The ERS not quite enough there, as we know. It's not the strongest in this game.
It's absolutely useless in this game.
ERS seeming to be the most important thing, of which Jack LFC currently has about 3% off.
Impressive from him.
Impressive at how quickly it's gone, certainly. 2 Magnus also above 50, so clearly not pushing at all, but still pulling out a considerable gap.
A lot of the drivers seem to have used a lot of the ERS. Ryan Curran, lights flashing. He is borderline, 10%.
Our pole sitter now down to 14th. Clearly not had the best opening laps and under pressure from P3 man Fancarozzo. No, he wasn't P3, was he? Was he P2? It doesn't matter. I don't know, my memory's not that good. Fancarozzo though, pressuring Ryan Curran, but not for the position he would have wanted to be pressuring our pole sitter for, it must be said.
Jack LFC might have a move ready for turn 1 on back to spawn here. He's neat tidy out turn 15. Back 2 looks to break the toe. And he's gaining, and he's gaining, and he's gaining. And he pulls out to the inside.
Will he send one?
And
contact.
It's contact, big contact. I think he got damage.
Back 2 does keep the position, but it seems that Jack LFC may have damage on his front wing. It does look okay, but we don't know.
Somehow that looks okay after that.
Damages.
Right, okay, but it's allowed Gaffer back into the race, so which of course I love. Ryan Curran maintains his position on Vancarozzo down in P13. You'll probably be begging Vancarozzo to stop racing him. His tyres are going to be dead in like 2 laps. That's the bad side of
the P2 fight.
But it seems like Sumanis has got a runaway race here. Unless the safety car happens, I don't see anything interesting happening up front.
Who are you spectating?
Gaffo.
Yeah, right. Gaffo seemingly taking a slow build into this race, but all the while stuck behind back 2 on the hards, he is losing time to 2 Magnus, which is certainly benefiting back 2's strategy. Jack LFC though could be going for a move into the last corner.
No, he doesn't, because
nope.
Back 2 just lag switched in front of him. Yeah.
Yep.
What happens here on the straight? Let's see. The rear wing of Jack LFC opens and begins to gain, and he's really lagging.
All 2% of his he's out of ERS. He's got 0. But
he
he will get alongside. Will there be contact?
Looks like they're moving to turn 1. Very clean through.
Very clean.
But looks like he's gone to the switchback. Oh, it's a bit of contact there. Very lucky to spin out.
On. Will he go down the inside or play it safe? He does. Oh, what?
I don't even know what's going on here.
Are they inside each other?
Gaffo's just watching this from the back, waiting for his opportunity though.
Okay, and back 2 seems to have lost the position. Potentially with damage.
Don't seem to be.
But that has made it a Red Bull 1-2.
At the minute. But Jack LFC's tyres are going to fall off a cliff. The rear wing of Gaffo opens as he watches the fight ensue ahead of him.
Oh, there's been contact in the middle sector. Bandris has lost his front wing.
It's sad for Bandris.
After a spin into, I believe it was Shred ahead.
He's still got it for me.
What? Oh no, he's still got it for me. I just thought it wasn't there.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay, right. Bandris has not lost his front wing. It was just an overreaction.
Oh wait, hang on. There's a yellow flag. Oh, it's the Mercedes of Pinsita. He has spun again. A race to forget for him, but a race to remember for Jack LFC potentially. Back 2 just takes the position back on the straight. Comfortably.
No, it's not.
Ahead. Massively ahead. Gaffo must be running higher downforce. He doesn't seem to be gaining on the straights. The Silky pulls into the pits and he gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
Ryan Curran seems to have had another spin and he's come into the pits. Is there a safety car?
There is a safety car. Full course safety car.
It just says Sector 1, Sector 2, Sector 3.
That's what it does. Ryan Curran has retired in the pits. Well,
interesting decision when he could have gone for hards to the end here potentially. Could have been a good strategy.
And he's definitely quick enough for the win.
But I don't blame him. It's not been the best first race of the season, but some points could have still been good. So, this strategy seeming to play perfectly into Jack LFC's hands.
Seeming to. Very, very perfectly.
And there's been contact between Jack LFC and back 2, I think.
No, there wasn't contact.
Seemed close. I wasn't paying proper attention. So, will anyone pit? Hards will be marginable to the... Not marginable, that's not a word. Marginal to the end from here. But it could be doable.
Well, this has suddenly made the race for the lead 10 times more interesting.
And we do already have some pitters of the McLaren of YT Silky, Bandris,
and random kitty cat captain,
and also Marshy, but he has gone for the mediums, which will not make the end.
Team Magnus pulls into the pits.
What will he go
Back
for?
to does not.
And
Jack LFC
will
follows.
this affect Jack LFC? There's a
Gaffo
double
does not
stack
come in
at
the
Red Bull.
pits. Very interesting strategy call from the Ferrari strategy team. I know I've heard this one before.
But both Red Bulls are double stacking. Jack LFC has certainly lost some time, but not been held in the pits. It was a good stop.
Good double stack. As YTCL gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings under safety car. I'd be hitting the roof if that happened to me.
That has happened to you.
I know, exactly, and I was raging.
It's quite funny, actually. So,
everyone who has pit has gone on hards except for Marshy.
Mr. Orobeng, after his interesting opening, is now just one position behind where he started, despite at one point being 15th. So a great recovery from him here. Certainly good
Except
pace.
for the fact that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people put in front of him, so...
Given the chaos we have seen back in the pack, though, there is a very good chance that none of them make it through.
Very
so
good
this race
chance.
is certainly still wide open. Especially for Baku if there is a late safety car on his hard tyre strategy.
Especially.
But this is actually looking very good for a potential Red Bull 1-2 if they can keep their noses clean.
Don't drink cocaine.
Right. I meant the front wings.
Alright.
I mean, okay. If you want to go there, you can go there. But... I mean, that too. I can't imagine it would particularly help them. Or maybe it would really help them. You never know. But Baku does take the lead when he seemed very consistent in this race so far, but he has been under pressure from the likes of Gaffo behind. Who, for fear of our seats, we're not going to say anything negative about. But we don't have to, because he's had a very solid race so far. Very good pace, and we haven't quite seen his full hand, I feel. That isn't a phrase, is it? There's been a spin in the mid-pack. Nope, not a spin. Maka has pit from the medium tyres. He will be last now. But that could still be a good strategy if there is no further safety cars or incidents that he's involved in. But a very slow stop, not that it matters, he's lost anyway. It would seem that Kofi's disappeared, or I have.
There'll be a pain to warm up there.
But it is under safety car, though everyone who's been on these hards for now 2 laps will have a significant advantage, and that is assuming he does catch the pack, which isn't certain. Because will it be in this lap? Oh, Fancaroso has spun on his cold hards, so I don't blame him really, because those are horrible.
Yep, they really are. Worst track for it, other than Jeddah.
Jeddah's not that bad.
Cold tyres at Jeddah, is the worst experience ever.
I'm gonna have to say that cold tyres at Baku is the worst experience ever, but I'll let you to your opinion.
I've not actually drove Baku since the game, near enough since the game came out, so...
Yeah, I'm the same. I'm actually quite disappointed it's not on the calendar. Or it is and I've missed it, which is certainly a possibility. But
I feel like they've changed some of the corners and ruined it.
Well, yes. But they also
Baku is not on the calendar. Oh, safety car in this lap.
Oh, so will Baku have managed to keep the temperature in his tyres? Will the people on new hards have got any temperature into them? Certainly not Maka. He will be probably dropping off initially.
He'll be absolutely... It'll be an absolutely torturous opening lap for him.
So will Baku be able to pull out a significant gap? With Gaffo only 5 laps away from his pit window, potentially 2 laps away. Right, and on the main straight, he has gone.
And he has gone. He gets an incredible restart.
He's going to be under pressure.
But he's going to be under pressure, yeah. Very good start from Gaffo. Good reactions, dumping
Gaffo
all of that ERS.
Mr. Arabeng side by side with Essent Acid, and
Makes
Mr.
the
Arabeng
move
seems to have got through.
Very impressive move. Many overtakes happening in the midfield.
And he is up to where he started. The recovery drive is on, and he's going straight for Gaffo around the outside.
What
He's
is
already
going
ahead.
on? Impressive move from Orabeng. I didn't really see it. I was focused on the midfield chaos.
Oh, I didn't see that. Mr. Orabeng now up to P2 on the medium tyres. Clearly, he's got a good restart here.
Very good restart.
Oh, Gaffo has hit Orabeng. Doesn't seem like any of them have been particularly
Doesn't seem to be
affected.
damage.
But this race is now suddenly looking very good for him when at one point he was down in 15th.
Poor from his teammate through turn 10, and that's going to open him up to pressure from Jackie Gabbana.
To Magnus as
Jackie
well.
Gabbana is
has
not close
got
enough for that
P6.
move though. To Magnus is back up to P6.
Both Red Bulls keeping their noses clean, not cocaine, seemingly are in this race here.
Impressive pace from the Red Bull team. Of course, they are driving the most dominant car in F1 history, so are you surprised?
Don't start on this now.
Essence Acid. Oh, there's contact with Jackie Gabbana after Jackie Gabbana made a move around the outside.
But it's looking
That'll go to the
very
shoes,
good
I'm
for
sure.
Aston
I
Martin,
didn't see there's no space there.
Jackie Gabbana might be going straight for Gaffo here. Oh, and 2 Magnus has got past Essence Acid as well, but they are still fighting. Oh, the Haas of Holman sends it down the inside.
And he's joined the fight. He really needs to make up the time after that 3-second time penalty.
And the Haas of Holman has got past net race leader to
To
Magnus.
Magnus, but who is challenging him again into turn 4. This is incredible.
Holman really putting up a fight here.
Oh, with the yellow flag in sector 1.
I think it's Bandris has had a spin.
It is.
Potentially
Oh,
contact
another
with
spin.
Shred ahead.
I think. Oh, there's a Mercedes who has spun.
Pintita, yep.
Again. Mr. Arban keeping that gap on Gaffo, just maintained at only 1 second, just keeping
Really
him out of
putting the
DRS
pressure on here.
and inviting the pressure from Jackie Gabbana.
Now, the pit window is open this lap. The hard tyre runners can put them on this lap, but that, given what has happened, surely is not a good idea. With 2 Magnus being just 3.9 seconds off the lead going to the end.
Oh, I think
if he can
Fancaroso's...
make it.
No.
Oh,
I'm not
the
sure
Red
how
Bull
many...
Jack LFC has gone off track.
Not sure how many overtakes just happened there. Jackie Gabbana will pressure Gaffo on this back straight, on the main straight, sorry. Using all his DRS. DRS enabled. Now does he wait
Gaffo
until
does
he
have
wait until
quite
the
a bit
second
reserve.
straight? He does. Smart. I would do the same. He has to prioritise his exit out of turn 1A though.
Oh, he's taken a wide line into 2, but
Oh, it's a
seemingly got
relatively
a
poor
horrible
exit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that might have been traction control. I don't think that's his fault. It
Yeah.
sounded like he was out of fuel, but
That's traction
sounds
control in
like
this
it's
game
good,
for you. It seems like
That
back
is
two's
true.
running away with this, even on them worn hards. One. No, not one, but...
Orabeng will be on about 60% by now. The tyre wear is very high at this track.
For a high degradation track. Always
Which is
moves here.
back to- Interestingly, back 2 has
Oh!
pulled out 4 tenths on 2 Magnus.
What a move about... Oh, was contact. Jack LFC spins around Fancarosa. That'll be a penalty for sure. That'll be a post-race
Fancarosa
penalty.
and a Williams.
Fancarosa made a very clean move into turn 10 on Jack LFC. Left more enough space, and in my eyes, that's a penalty for Jack LFC.
Meanwhile, back to spawn is still going strong up front.
That
and
1.5
keeping the
second
gap
gap.
to 2 Magnus.
LG Gaffo, oh sorry, Gaffo is closing on to Mr. Orabang though.
Could potentially be a difference in ERS here. Yep, Gaffo
Yeah,
has
massive.
significantly more.
Gaffo gaining and gaining and gaining. He's gained 2 tenths already. He's going to be more than the head. Not more than the head, sorry. More
Will
than...
he go down the
Oh!
inside? Oh, he does. Will Orabeng get the
Gets the
switch
move.
back though?
Gets the move, but Orabang
Potentially the
looks to get the
double. He
position
does
back.
get a very good exit. And has DRS.
Will look to go on the outside into turn 4.
Gaffo's ERS here though is coming into an advantage, giving him more straight line speed despite Orabeng having DRS, and Gaffo takes the position.
Makes no sense that the DRS in this game is an absolute joke.
Yeah, Gaffo sets a purple first sector along with it as well, surely putting back
Even
two
with the
under some
pressure,
pressure.
very impressive from Gaffo.
Meanwhile, back two in the overly shiny Alpine is comfortable out front, doesn't seem under pressure, driving well. I probably cursed him there, but it'll be fine, probably.
Commentator's curse.
He has been going well so far though, I just don't see anything bad going wrong for him, except for his horrific strategy, which is definitely going wrong for him.
No, it'll be fine.
2 Magnus is still 4.1 behind him, that has remained the same for an entire lap now, despite the tyre
But he is
wear
closing on
difference.
Jackie Gabbana.
Yeah. 2 Magnus doesn't have to push here at all, he will win this race, even if he loses 10 seconds of time.
Yeah, don't
He's
say
in a good
that.
position.
Right, and Mr. Arbeng looks to take that position back from Gaffo. Gaffo using his ERS to defend. Not even a gain. That is ridiculous.
It certainly looks like Jackie Gabbana might have more of a chance on Mr. Arabeng here, but Jackie Gabbana has seemingly missed turn 1 as well. Fancaroso and Maka are not fighting into turn 1 because Fancaroso chose the good option to back out, but he looks like he's going to get a switch
Got a
back
very
here.
good exit
Pull
out of
through
turn 3. Oh
And
my god, this DRS straight is just
DRS
pointless.
does nothing. Oh,
That is just a pointless straight.
oh, but he gets the Alfa Romeo misses the corner and Fancaroso gets through. Interesting.
Impressive. Brilliant
Mr.
race.
Arbeng is now putting Gaffo under pressure again. I have a feeling that
I think he's
Arbeng
saving
is
the
running
ERS.
higher downforce.
He's also saving the ERS. He's not even using it.
Yeah, he's
He
definitely.
just knows if he keeps this gap the same without that he can dump it with and get ahead.
Back to though, despite being in the lead on hard tyres, is also saving ERS. His has gone up in the last few laps.
He also
Yet not
increased that
losing
gap.
time. Gaffo's tyres will be falling off by now, but I doubt the
That'd be
stage push will
crying.
hit him. Be nice if we got one of those random tyre graphics to pop up, but that only happens once every year.
But you don't need it to happen as well.
Yeah, I've only ever seen them at Singapore. This is not Singapore. We're not going to get one.
I still think a race director would be brilliant on this game.
Well, yes, but you're asking for too much there. We're not allowed to have nice things.
Yeah, my bad.
Fancaroso sets the fastest lap of a 1:32.6.
Silky gets 3 second time penalty. We're just watching this race between Gaffo and Mr. Arbeng here.
Arbeng being consistent with the pressure and 2 Magnus lurking in the background of this battle.
I'm gaining on Jackie Gabbana slowly but surely. I think Batu has just ran away with this one. But there's a lot of time left yet. His strategy could yet still screw him over.
Oh, Arbeng has
Jackie
spun.
Gabbana is over to Arbeng. Wow. And that opens up pressure from 2 Magnus.
But
No, it does not.
2 Magnus does not have DRS. I don't know how, but okay. 2 Magnus, no DRS, and Arbeng stays ahead, but will surely, with a spin and 14 laps, now be on horrific tyres, and I can imagine we'll have some pitters this lap.
As Jacquard Gabbana looks to pile on the pressure of Gaffo. Oh my god. Gabbana's got no ERS whatsoever. Like, really bad.
Yeah, the light is flashing. I've not seen it flash that much in a while. Will Gaffo pit? Surely. Yep.
Yeah, it does.
Gaffo is in. Jackie Gabbana stays out.
Mr. Arbeng is in as well. He follows Gaffo in.
2 Magnus promoted to P3 and he does not have to stop again. So he does have an advantage here unless
He'll need some
there is a
top
safety
tier
car.
tyre management though.
He certainly looks in a position to win here, but you never know in tier 2. Anything can happen. Especially on the
Like a
formation.
multi-car pile-up.
Or even just multiple.
Oh, it's a DNF. Silky is... Oh, he's DNF in the pits.
Silky is...
That's
that
boring.
will be... Well, could have been a safety car. It's not a safety car, but I'm sure Gaffo's having a heart attack anyway, because he won't know that. He'll just see the yellow flag.
And hope. Not hope, sorry. And pray that it's not a
Back 2
safety
made a
car.
mistake.
Oh,
Jackie Gabbana almost within the DRS of back two. Both on the hard
big,
tyres as well.
big mistake from back to there.
With them being on the same strategy, this could be interesting here. Both of these drivers could be in for the win if you ignore the Red Bulls, which I'm going to because
They're going to just ruin the fun.
strategy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Currently, actually, let's have a look at tyres. So, well, stops, not tyres. The only two drivers not to stop are Back2 and Jackie Gabbana. And so that means that currently Back2, despite being so dominant in this race, is running in around 9th position as well as Gabbana.
Net 9th. Gabbana pits.
Oh, and Gabbana pits.
He also got a 5-second penalty speed in the pit lane that could ruin his race.
Did he?
Let's have a look at the penalties. It'll show up now. Yeah. So as it stands, Jack LFC has a 3 second, Marshy has a 3 second, Jackie Urano 5, Maka 3, me and Godfrey, and Holman 3.
So Back2 remains the only driver yet to stop, and it seems like it is going to be a Red Bull 1-2 here for the time being.
Of course, Jack LFC has made up 10 positions on his starting position. 9 now, actually.
As he's fighting with Marshy, it seems. There's a lot of contact wheel to wheel here. And Marshy's round.
Marshy's around. Oh.
Contact in what I believe is turn 6 and 7. The horrible chicane that no one loves. Side by side there. Destined to not go well, and it did indeed not go well for Marshy. 2 Magnus here though, with a net 8.6 second lead.
Very. Hang on, no, it's way more than that.
Oh, yep, because of that 3 second penalty, he's essentially in front by 9 seconds here. Though, Back2 will be on fresh medium tyres.
Did you...
Back2's in the pits.
Pulls into the pits for his first stop. Very late. You will come out about 7th, 8th?
9th. It will be ahead of Gabbana. Oh yeah, no, 8th. Yeah. Though then again, potentially, Gabbana could have had an undercut here. Maybe even Gaffo. We don't know what tyre warm-up has been like. And of course Gabbana wasn't on new hards, he was on new mediums, and he has seemingly not lost time. Whereas Back2 will be on cold tyres here. Could Gabbana put him under pressure? He's missed out on the DRS though, so that could be pivotal. It won't really be. To DRS straight. Back2 is struggling on the cold
a lot
tyres.
on them cold tyres. Wow.
Potentially a move into the middle section.
Oh, he's gone off the track. Oh no, he's back.
No, it's lagging. Yeah. Quite literally, okay. He is back to the track. Oh, he's gone again. Oh, okay.
What is going on?
Well, Back2 might be struggling, but in all honesty...
Oh, someone's around. Pentita was around.
Pentita could be pivotal in this fight here.
What is going on with Back2?
Yeah, Back2 is... What? Okay.
Oh, he's back.
He's back on the track.
Oh,
quite literally,
okay.
He is back to the track.
Wait, you said that before.
That joke again.
Yeah, but it's really bad.
But I forgot. But it just is brilliant. Gaffo, surely watching this, wonder why we choose to play this game. No one knows.
Horrible game.
Yeah. But 2 Magnus out in front by 9 seconds from Fancaroso, who has, in all the chaos of lag, got past Jack LFC.
Pentita loses out to Jackie back to spawn, not back to Jackie Gabbana. That could be pivotal. That could really help Back2.
So, Back2's recovery drive, where can he get to? 19 seconds off the lead as it stands in 11 laps. That's certainly not doable, but a podium with no penalties at the moment, he can certainly get within Jack LFC's 3 seconds.
He is certainly gaining on leaders, to be fair, very quickly actually.
But these tyres will drop off compared to the hards somewhat.
Yeah, but he has gained 6 tenths so far. Oh, 7.
Sector 1, there is the Williams of Bandris has had a spin.
He looks to overtake Maka, and McLaren's that P6 position and continue his hunt for the lead. I don't think it's that far off. I think he can certainly win this race
You think
if he
Baku can win?
puts in some lightning laps. He's 1.3 seconds up on his personal best. That's very impressive, even with the new tyres. Jackie
He
Cabana's
could do
around.
this.
Jackie Cabana is around.
What seemed to be a very promising result
Man,
certainly
it is.
looks less likely now. It does seem like it may have been the wrong strategy to stay out.
Baku sets the fastest lap, 1:31.6.
That is fast. That is very fast. For reference,
It's,
Magnus's lap is currently a 1:33.1 as his best lap, which he will not be hitting on those old hards.
And the previous best lap was a 1:32.6, based on what I can see. So he is set a lightning fast that lap there. Massively gained. He's gained 1.8 seconds in this lap, in the last lap, on the leader.
Magnus is losing time as well to Fancaroso, and at this rate, Fancaroso may catch him, which is interesting. We could have a fight for the lead on with two cars
Baku's really pushing here.
As it stands, Baku is only
someone's around.
4 seconds off the
Marshy's
podium.
around.
Oh, it's High Marshy, and he's
got
lost
wing
his front
damage.
wing.
This could
That could
be
be a safety car. Maybe
Could
a
be.
virtual. Though a virtual, in all honesty, would help no one.
Yeah, what a useless feature. Baku just saving his ERS. Oh, Jack LFC's in the pits. Promotes Baku up to P4.
What's Jack LFC in the pits for?
No clue.
He's not changing his wing. He's gone for... Eh?
What's he gone for?
Right, Jack LFC throws away an almost certain podium for something we don't know. We probably will never find out. Potentially that is, in fact, a game glitch. He could have been on AI. The AI in this game has known to pit people for absolutely no reason in the past.
Baku putting in some very impressive time. We are seeing that gap that was decreasing very quickly. Beginning to slow down this gap now, but it's again 2 seconds, almost 3 seconds in 2 laps. Very impressive. And he is only 2 seconds off the podium position, which I believe he already has because of penalties. Baku currently on the podium.
Baku already with a very strong recovery. No matter what, he will be higher than his starting position despite a suboptimal strategy. Potentially he could still make it work if he can get in that safety car pit window.
I think Magnus will do no stop. I think he'll gamble, honestly.
So that lap, Fancaroso did a 1:33.2 on the same pace as Magnus.
Baku sets a 1:32.3. Wow. That's quick.
Magnus set a 1:32.8, I believe, that lap. Only 5/10 lap will not be enough.
So he's equally pushing to get as much pace and then tyres as possible.
Though it does seem Magnus may have used DRS on that lap, I'm not sure. Certainly though, a solid result to begin this championship when we don't know what the order will be in coming races. Why did Jack LFC pit? That has to be the most Ferrari strategy ever, as he goes side by side with the Ferrari of SM Tacid and gets past him. And
very interesting strategy call. Very, very interesting strategy call.
Potentially he knows something we don't.
Gaffo, my goat, just keeping it calm in P5.
Potentially, actually, Jack LFC could be worried about the tyre wear of pitting so early, which would mean Magnus is also under threat. That could be interesting. Back 2 could still have a chance here if Magnus ends up with a puncture towards the end of this race.
Like me at Imola last season.
Did you get a puncture at Imola?
No, Quattro got one and I got the win on the last lap. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
back two's been dumping the RS. In pursuit of me and God 69.
2 Magnus has just set a personal best first sector. It seems his tyres are only getting better.
Weird.
Well, it is hard.
Yeah, but still.
Actually, looking at the fuel loads. Oh.
How do you check the fuel loads?
By getting really close to your screen and looking at the steering wheel. Back 2 has 3 extra laps of fuel on board. 2 Magnus has just 1 extra lap. Back 2 has way too much fuel here.
Pacey is showing is
Me and
ridiculous.
God has just 0.1 extra. Me and God may need to do fuel saving towards the end of this. That's not enough.
Well, it should be.
It should be, but 0.1 extra actually means you've not got extra, you're probably going to die.
Yeah.
Because, you know, the game's weird.
Terrible.
Some weaving going on here. Or just defending, I mean, I can't tell, it's too laggy.
Back to, we'll be praying to get his move done as quick as possible. So he can stay in his pursuit.
Similar braking points.
Oh.
Much better exit from back 2, but will...
Me and God went deep into turn 1.
Get a cutback. He does have DRS,
Which means he's going to keep that position.
Previously.
DRS down the second
back
DRS
2's out of ERS.
Out of it, yeah, he dumped it.
But he has got the move done, and it's now clear running ahead to Fancaroso. Seems a difficult task to catch him, but potentially those hard runners.
2 Magnus's tyres beginning to mark. They are getting really warm.
We could have a puncture battle here. This could
them lines are starting to faintly appear.
As we know, Bahrain is a rear tyre wear limited circuit. The rears suffer considerably more than the fronts.
Look at 2 Magnus's rears.
They do look. Well, I
Quite
don't know
bad.
how accurate this game is, honestly. We have no idea, but they don't look brilliant. 2 Magnus is surely suffering here, but not suffering in terms of pace, that must be said.
Pace is impressive, but back 2 is even more impressive. With the extra fuel he's got as well.
So, once 2 Magnus hits kind of 60%, he will feel a drop off in that rear grip, and this car will...
And once he hits 75, he will be in puncture range.
So, it is almost a dice roll at this point. Can back 2 catch the 5.5 to Fancaroso, who could also be suffering with tyre wear? Can 2 Magnus keep his tyres and the lead in check?
Marcus' tyres look really worn as well. So I think he might be under pressure from Holman towards the end.
Mr. Oraveng is beginning to close in on Gaffo again. Could be having a fight here for P5. I'm sure that there is less corner cutting penalties than in Tier 1. That might just be me good at cutting corners, but I think it is actually. Right, let's look in previous winners. Have any of these drivers won before? Because I just remembered we have statistics. So, 2 Magnus has never won a race, despite having 15 starts and 2 previous podiums, so this could be good for him. Fancaroso has also not won a race, but has 1 podium in just 4 starts. Back 2, who I believe has been in the league for quite some time, does have a previous win, 4 podiums and 9 starts. So 2 Magnus is the most experienced driver here, despite not yet having a win.
Could be his first here today, though.
Seems almost certain.
It does. Orebeng, though, just chasing down LG Gaffo. Another thing about Gaffo is in his 6 starts, he has 2 podiums and 2 wins. Very impressive record.
However, the most experienced driver on the grid in terms of points is in fact Jackie Cabana with 2 wins and more points total than anyone on the grid.
The most experienced in terms of starts is Marshy, who is currently running 12th.
Though it must be said, both Marshy and Cabana seems to have unfortunate incidents that were out of their hands. There seems to be a spin at the back of the Mercedes of Bintisa. He's in the pits, potentially retiring. No, he's just getting new tyres.
I think this is like a 6th stop. No, it's
Bintisa is a lap down.
Wow. Fair, that happens
Not the
in
best race he'd want.
He's in Georg Russell's car though, so... Owen. Oh, someone's around. It was the Williams of Bandris. He is back on track.
Right, so now we see Orebeng still piling on the pressure on Gaffo. Seems consistent.
Might be leaving it to the last lap.
Sorry, I didn't hear what you said there.
You might be leaving it until the last lap.
Yep, both do have similar ERS levels, so uncertain what will happen here. Neither with a penalty either, though we aren't sure of the warnings that both drivers have. Actually, can I check that?
Oh, you can. Race director.
Yeah, I'll check that. Gaffo, yet to have a warning.
Very impressive.
Orebeng is... what? So Orebeng has 4 warnings, but no penalty.
Oh, by the way, Magnus's tyres beginning to look increasingly worn. Looking like very bad now.
But the pace is not affected, seemingly. And back two's tyres are also not looking great now.
His fronts are looking fine, it's his rears that are beginning to drop.
Currently, the only DRS battle on track is Orebeng, but nothing much happening.
Gaffo just turning brilliantly.
Both drivers managing their ERS well.
Well, someone's around in the final sector, it is Maka.
Meanwhile, Jackie Cabana has got back into the points positions.
Impressive drive from Jackie Cabana. My goat.
And that will extend his advantage of all-time most points. Now I will be back in approximately a minute because, as with all good races, I need to make a cup of tea. The tea is brewing, but are any battles on track is the question.
No.
Still the same with Mr. Orebeng and Gaffo, it seems.
I do think he is leaving until the last lap, to be fair.
Yeah, I thought of that T as
Oh, hang
brewing
on.
line
No.
for a while, but didn't work. Oh,
Comes around.
yellow flag.
Oh, it's Maka,
Is
he's
the
out.
Alfa Romeo
Maka is out
out
of the
of the
race.
session. Too late for a safety car now, it would seem, though.
I do believe one actually can come out, but it has to go in after a lap, no matter what, so it wouldn't change much. It's not going to come out anyway, though, because this game's broken.
Yeah, unfortunately, it would seem the safety car won't come out. Though Maka does seem to have had a very hard hit with the wall there.
It's gone
And has already disappeared. Never mind.
Back to, though,
Well.
is in contention for a podium, a P2 here. Depends what his pace is like on this last lap of the race, as we do enter the last lap of the race. Magnus, what a drive it has been from him. Very
Doesn't
impressive.
seem under pressure, calm and controlled. He has no issues, it would seem, unless he has a puncture on this final lap. We know the tyre wear is bad. He's been on those tyres now for 22 laps. It will be 23 at the end of this one. That is a lot of
What a
tyre.
drive from Team Magnus.
Yep.
Brilliant strategy choices.
Dominant.
Very smart strategy choices. And he's just keeping it controlled on this last lap. He knows he can afford to drop the pace.
No mistakes made, really. He made the most of having
it's
good
Mr.
pace,
Arbang.
perfect strategy.
LG Gaffo on the last lap. Who will hold the position through turn 4 here? It seems to be Mr. Arbang. Big contact. Gaffo seems to be around the outside.
Oh, there's contact.
Big contact.
Will he go down the inside?
Arbang goes down the inside of the hairpin. Critical corners for this Grand Prix.
Going side by side through turn 10, never a good
now
idea.
Everyone knows
Will
this is a
keep
suicide mission. And Arbang is off the
gone on
track.
the outside curb.
And that will ruin his race. P6 it will be.
Or will it? Gaffo out of the DRS, Arbang with a bit, not very much either actually.
But we turn our minds back to Magnus through the last corner. He wins the first race of CTCR Season 5 Tier 2 and he wins in Bahrain. Very impressive
so
drive.
long without making that mistake.
I know, yeah.
Oh well. To Magnus
and
with a brilliant drive.
Brings up to P2, back to, rounds off the podium with a fantastic P3.
But will Gaffo stay ahead of Arbeng? They're still very close coming up to the line.
It's going to be a grandstand finish here. Gaffo will keep his position of P5 by a 10th second.
Now, Jack LFC, after World's Worst Strategy Award,
potentially being on course for a 1-2, comes home in P7.
Potentially that strategy was an AI pit,
but he overtakes.
Essence
Acid does overtake him due to penalties, so P8 gets from bad to worse for Jack LFC. Holman P9, Jackie Gabbana P10. A race to forget for Marcia. It comes home P11 after numerous incidents, most of which are out of his control.
Yeah, Marshy's had an unlucky race. Seemingly decent pace. Certainly could have been up there with the likes of Gaffo. And he spins. And he's in the wall.
He's not even crossed the line yet, I don't think.
Has he not?
Oh yeah, never mind.
No, okay, he has.
Pintita will be last across the line.
Finishes. Bandro, the only driver to finish a lap down. It would seem actually at some point Pintita overtook 2 Magnus after being lapped.
I think he did. I think he lapped himself.
Pintita seems to have been the only driver to overtake 2 Magnus today after a brilliant drive, despite being on soft to lap down. So,
but as always, a very, very, very impressive drive from 2 Magnus.
Right. I think it's time to find out what Jack
wins the first race of CTCR Tier 2. Favourite for the championship, surely. So the results then: 2 Magnus, P1, Fancarozzo P2, back to spawn, rounds off the podium in P3. Gaffo, Mygo in P5, just behind me and God in P4.
Definitely not paid to worship Gaffo.
No, he is just
not bribed at all.
See, Gaffo even made up 1 position during that race. That's how good he is. Even with the chaos that ensued around him, he kept himself calm and took home at P5. Pintis, though, did get that... Wait, hang on. Did he get the fastest lap point? I don't know how that...
Did he?
He had the fastest lap, but I don't think he finished in the points. I'm not sure if he gets it.
Did that rule not change?
I'm not sure.
I mean, RSL... No. CTCR may have its own rules, so we are unsure. I lasted so long without doing it, for God's sake. But a good race. Have we done the final running order?
Nope. I'll leave it to you. You've got 15 seconds to do it.
Oh god, right. 2 Magnus wins from Fankroso in second and back to Spawn, rounding off the podium. Me and God 69 in fourth, LG Gaffo in fifth, Mr. Orbang in sixth, Vestassinus in 10th. Jack LFC in 8th, Holman in 9th, Jackie Gabbana in 10th, Marshy in 11th, Shredder in 12th, Pintita in 13th, and Bandris in 14th to round off the finishers. I couldn't read the did not finishers, but they did not finish, so yeah.
We'll see you next week for another enthralling CTCR race. Oh yeah.
Is it not RSL?
No, it's CTCR.
No, it's the other way around. Oh god.